Teacher Dreams, Variations on a Theme. 1. It's a bad day in the classroom. The students are not paying attention. Some sit on their desks playing cards. Others are actively listening to music. "Pay attention, you little bastards," I scream. "Listen to me when I'm talking." The principal walks in, quietly takes a seat in the back of the room. He pulls out a legal pad and furiously starts taking notes. I regain my composure. Speak of the necessity of proper punctuation. Just then, Marcus pops out of the closet and screams, "Psych!" I start yelling again. The students ignore me. The principal keeps taking notes. 2. I didn't prepare for today's lesson, but I've taught it so many times I can do it with my eyes closed. Hamlet, too smart for his own good? Unfortunately, I forgot to wear my pants. The class is quiet, not wanting to say anything, until Herman shouts out, "Yo, Mr. Schott forgot to wear his pants. Look, you can see his dick." I look down. Embarrassed. Chaos ensues. 3. I have decided to re-enter the profession in the South Bronx because I want to make a difference. It's the first day of school and I'm driving to work, but the roads have changed and I'm lost. I call into the office. "I'm on my way. There's heavy traffic." I circle around over bridges and exit ramps. Half an hour later, I call the office again. "Sorry, I'm late, but the roads have changed. There's no way off the highway." Half an hour later, I call again. The phone rings and rings. Nobody answers. 4. Ilyana, the pretty blonde Russian girl who sits in the front row, is recording me on her cell phone. I ignore her and go on with the lesson. What is Ellison's metaphorical intent with the battle royale scene? The class sits in stupefied silence. Ilyana is adamantly waving her hand. I gaze in her direction a few seconds too long. "Gotcha," she says as the class bursts into laughter. 5. We're huddled in the corner during another shelter-in-place drill. Everyone is silent. This is serious business. Someone farts loudly. "Wasn't me," I immediately advise. The students smile knowingly. 6. All is going well. The class is engaged. The principal's secretary is at the door with a note in her hand. It's a review of my transcripts. Turns out I failed gym, or physical education, as the gym teachers like to call it. I have to return to Dumont High School to complete the requirements for graduation. Just then, my alarm goes off, and I rise for another day of school. Dispossession. The family never speaks of Lena, but here she is. My aunt from my father's side, in the snack aisle at Acme, that used to be A&P, after it was Food Town, after it was Pathmark, down the block from us in Hoboken, New Jersey. Lena stands in the snack section weighing a bag of pretzels versus a bag of Doritos. What foodstuffs in this new land of wonder? I follow her to the canned goods, Progresso soups, Chunky soups, Campbell's soups, Well Yes soups, the flavors, the variety, all unkosher, all available, all on sale. Buy 3, get 5 free. What kind of sense does that make? Jesus stands in the front of the liquor section, silent, newly dead. I saw his body at Our Lady of Saints. One of the few people I met who looked better in the coffin than he did on the streets. Jesus' name is Bobby. He was a homeless man who lived between 6th and 7th Street on the Avenue, the stretch between the bagel shop and Dunkin' Donuts, his domain. He's holding a Bud Tall Boy in a brown paper bag. "Thanks," he says. The only words he ever says besides smoke when he sees me, walking down the street. I nod to him in my usual way and follow Lena to the meat section. Far from the pork chops to the cuts of beef. So many choices. What's a lonely apparition to do? She surveys the possibilities, sometimes picks up a package for inspection, moving her lips as she reads the label. Lena was killed at Auschwitz. Her father, my grandfather, drove her out of the house with a raised garden hoe after her pregnancy became apparent. She moved across Frankfurt with her boyfriend, the army sergeant who disappeared somewhere along the line. Her blonde-haired children, Wanda and Dennis, murdered at Theresienstadt, family history we don't talk about. I don't talk about. I'm the only one left. Today, Lena is shopping at Acme, and Jesus is eyeing her as she touches the plums, so delicious, so out of season on this gray autumn day. He follows her as she glides down the produce aisle, past the scales and cabbages and spinach and lettuce and Brussels sprouts, until she gets to the front of the store and sees the pumpkins. What are these orange monstrosities? Only in America. If only America. Jesus takes her by the hand, past the sad cashiers into the parking lot, where the shopping carts are scattered willy-nilly like the souls of her brothers and sisters. They walk off the grounds and disappear into what's left of this day, what's left of this world.